Welcome back to STL Live. I'm Sarah Thompson, and my guest is Tony Krieg, founder of Missouri Kids Unplugged. And we're going to kind of get into the sort of the nitty-gritty of your mission, because I think parents and children, it's so hard to pull away from a device. Even the best of the best parents who literally have their kids scheduled and in activities still will give their kids their phone, or iPad for just 10 minutes, 5 minutes. And it's hard, and it's also a reality of the world that we live in. You want your kids to know how to function, with technology. So how does that work with your mission? I mean, what should we be aware of, and when is it excessive?
Well, everybody has to have electronics in life. There's no way to get around it unless you want to be Amish, I guess. You can do that. But we want to be able to educate the parents and the kids of the excessive use of electronics and what it does to them. We've talked to doctors and pediatricians, and they said they're seeing heightened cases of ADHD, Asperger's syndrome, stress disorders, depression, social anxiety, communication skills. So many of the kids will be sitting on the same couch with each other and texting each other versus turning around and talking to each other. And I've seen that in restaurants where a kid will come in at a birthday party and 13 out of 15 kids will be on their phone, versus talking to each other and communicating and enjoying that experience right there in then and now.
Yeah, human interaction, yeah.
But I don't think too many of the parents, whenever they hand their 18-month-old baby an iPad and think it's cool and they start doing this and even take a book and start trying to move it, that there's so many skills that their children are not learning, and that connection between the parents and their kids is being lost as well with that. And so we want to make sure that we're getting that part of our mission across is, be part of your kids' lives. We're offering unique opportunities, but there's thousands more that are out there, but you just have to take the time to do it. Set some boundaries, put the phone away for a while. If you don't think you're addicted to phone, try doing without it for a day.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that. I've seen those news programs where they'll do a segment where they have a family put away electronics for 24 hours or 48 hours, and it's nearly impossible. Have you, as a parent as well, not just as the founder of this organization, have you found a balance? Because again, sometimes it's really
tough.
hard.
I've got 4 kids myself, and I love the outdoors, and that's my passion. And I've introduced my kids to the outdoors from a young age. And of course, as technology has become faster and more part of it, I've had to learn how to set those hard boundaries for them so that they know that at the table, you put it down. If we're going out and going fishing, leave it there unless you want to take a picture of the fish, that's fine, then put it away. But so that we can talk, not through the computer screen or not through a cell phone, that we're looking at each other in the eye and we're having a true conversation with each other.
Do you think you have, with all these activities that have planned, and obviously when kids come out to the farm and then they go back home, what's your recommendation when they leave? Do you say, hey, if you're going to look at your screen, do it for 15 minutes, or only if you need to, or where
I think that's something that the parents are going to have to come and figure out what works best for their family. But just to take some time, if it's just 1 hour a day, or if it's a Saturday, just take that time to spend quality time with your kid, that there's not electronics in between you and them.
Yeah, it's certainly a challenge. I want to kind of get back to some of your programs too, because we're in sort of the peak of it. You operate really from, obviously with the farm, from spring through fall, is that correct?
Absolutely. Yeah, we start off with a spring open house and we end with a fall open house. But during that time, we have the kayak and paddle day. We have fishing. We have actually family fishing this Thursday night from 6 to 8. It's open to everybody, and we're giving a free fishing ride to every single kid that shows up, thanks to a donation from Bass Pro Shop. We're going to have a gun and archery safety program next week, and then we are going to have an archaeological day, and then our open house, which will be September, and we're going to have an outside concert in October as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. That's fantastic. I mean, this is great. Do you feel that this is kind of where do you see, I think, with the organization going? In the next 5-10 years?
Our first year we had about 450 people. 2 years ago we had about 1,500. Last year we had over 3,000 people come to the farm, and then we went and spoke to another 1,000 people with Recycling Roadshow. So I think if it keeps doubling every year, that's kind of our goal.
Honestly, there's a need for it, and I think a lot of parents just say, without having to spend money on camps, and how can I do this? You can do the parks, you can do everything that's.
Well, Missouri has so much to offer when it comes to park and waterways and stuff like that. That there is no fee to that, and there are ways if they need help, they can reach out to us. And there's more than just us that are offering those type of programs. That there's no cost involved.
Okay. Well, to reach out, we've got the information there for you on the screen. It's Missouri Kids Unplugged. They're having an open house on September 9th. You can go out, get tours, do a lot of stuff on the farm, at the lake, get a preview of all their programs. That's located in Dittmer, Missouri. But if you want details on the address, directions, and as Tony's been talking about, a series of different events and programs through the fall, go to MissouriKidsUnplugged.org/events and just explore the site and even give them a phone call if you have any questions. All right, well, thank you so much. This is great. Thanks for coming on the station. Thank you. All right, and there's more STL Live right after this. Please stay with us.